Liverpool working behind the scenes to sign £39 million star, player ready to move to Anfield. Alexander Isak's transfer to Liverpool is the latest headline, with a deal reportedly reached amid Eddie Howe's admission. Real Madrid set to lower Rodrygo's asking price as Arsenal and Liverpool's positions emerge. Welcome, supporter of the greatest club in the world. Let's dive into today's updates. Liverpool are reportedly working behind the scenes to sign Crystal Palace defender Marc Guéhi, according to Football Insider. The Reds have already spent around £270 million this window on Jeremy Frimpong, Florian Wirtz, Milos Kerkez, and Hugo Ekitike. Additionally, they are planning a record-breaking move to sign Alexander Isak from Newcastle United. The Merseyside club recently smashed their transfer record by signing Wirtz for approximately £116 million, and they now seem ready to top that in the same window. Following the arrival of the Swedish forward, Liverpool are looking to bolster their defense, especially after Jarell Quansah's departure and yet another injury to Joe Gomez. This leaves manager Arne with only Virgil van Dijk and Ibrahima Konate as experienced center-back options. Earlier this summer, Marc Guéhi emerged as a potential target for the Reds, but no official bid has been made yet. According to Football Insider, the club remains interested and is working behind the scenes to seal the deal. Valued at around £39 million by Transfermarkt, Guéhi is in the final year of his contract and has informed Crystal Palace that he has no intention of renewing. As a result, the London club may have to sell the former Chelsea talent to avoid losing him for free next year, though they are not rushing negotiations. Newcastle United and Tottenham Hotspur have also shown concrete interest and made formal approaches, but Guéhi's preferred destination is Liverpool. Despite the large investments, Liverpool have acted with financial prudence this window, raising funds through the sales of Quansah, Trent Alexander-Arnold, and Kauman Kelleher, all academy graduates, meaning their departures generated net profit. In addition, the club is close to finalizing a £65 million, €75 million deal to sell Luis Diaz to Bayern Munich, and Darwin Núñez is also expected to leave. With the current lack of depth in defense, strengthening the backline is a top priority to maintain the team's level next season. Guéhi, with proven Premier League experience, would be an excellent addition to Liverpool if the deal goes through. Which signing do you think will make the biggest difference for Liverpool this upcoming season? As a Liverpool fan, the excitement for the upcoming season is massive. The Premier League kicks off in less than 3 weeks, with the Reds opening at home against AFC Bournemouth, a match that could feature the debut of several major summer signings. The club has already announced 6 new additions, including Florian Wirtz, Hugo Ekitike, Jeremy Frimpong, and Milos Kerkez. These players bring quality, youth, and versatility to the squad, giving manager Arne more options. Amid all the fresh faces, one name continues to dominate the spotlight: Alexander Isak of Newcastle United. Isak has stood out in the Premier League with his skill, speed, and goal-scoring instinct. It's no surprise that Liverpool, always alert to market opportunities, is keen to bring in such a talent to strengthen their attack. Even more exciting for fans is that the player himself has reportedly expressed a desire to leave Newcastle during this transfer window. According to Sky Sports Switzerland, Isak has already given the green light to join Anfield and has reached a verbal agreement to sign a 5-year contract with Liverpool. This means the player is not only interested, but fully aligned with the club's project and ready to wear the red shirt. Now, the final step is for the clubs to reach an official agreement. Sources close to Liverpool indicate that the club is preparing an official offer to Newcastle, starting at around £100 million. There's also an expectation that with bonuses and add-ons, the total deal could rise to around £120 million, a fee that makes sense for a player of Isak's caliber. A meeting between the two clubs' representatives is expected within the next 48 hours to formally begin negotiations, potentially speeding up the process. Meanwhile, Newcastle manager Eddie Howe and his team are currently touring Asia, but Isak has been left out of the traveling squad, further fueling speculation. In a recent interview, Howe was asked about Isak's future. He stated that no official offers had been received yet, but acknowledged that talks might begin soon. He emphasized that Isak remains a Newcastle player under contract and that the club still controls the situation. Still, he admitted he would like the striker to stay, even if that outcome may be out of his hands. Additionally, the likely sale of Luis Diaz to Bayern Munich could be a decisive factor in Liverpool's pursuit of Isak. Diaz is already in Germany for medical tests, and with the deal nearly done, Liverpool are set to receive around £65.5 million. This windfall could be crucial for strengthening the club's finances and allowing Arne Slot to go all in for the Swedish forward without compromising the team's economic stability. Despite having spent significantly this window, that extra revenue might be the final push needed to close the deal for Isak, who fits perfectly into the attacking, dynamic style of play Liverpool aim to continue. For us fans, it's thrilling to see the club assembling a squad capable not only of defending the Premier League title, but also of competing strongly in Europe. The combination of Wirtz's creativity, Ekitike's technique, and Isak's power could form a fearsome frontline that will test any defense. And what about you, Red? Are you excited to see Alexander Isak in a Liverpool shirt? How do you see him fitting into Arne Slot's plans? Could this be the final piece we need for another unforgettable season?
We as Liverpool fans are always keeping a close eye on every move in the transfer market, and the name of the moment is Rodrygo. Real Madrid, realizing they might not be able to keep the Brazilian with enough space in the squad and seeing the interest cooling down, would be willing to lower the asking price from £78 million to try to reignite interest from clubs like Liverpool and Arsenal. Rodrygo, 24, was once a regular starter at Real, but lost his place at the end of last season, especially during the Club World Cup where he barely played. Now, under the command of Xabi Alonso, the situation seems even more complicated. The right wing has been taken over by 17-year-old Franco Mastantuono, while Arda Güler is starting to get more minutes in the attack. Additionally, the possible arrival of Mbappe and the decision to give him the number 10 shirt have increased Rodrygo's discomfort in the dressing room. With that, Real Madrid has decided to open up to negotiations, and that's where Liverpool enters the conversation. We know the club has been looking for big names to strengthen the attacking sector, and Rodrygo has always been an interesting option due to his versatility. He can play on both the right and the left, fitting well into the fast and offensive style that coach Arne Slot seems to want to implement. But the truth is, our focus has shifted. After investing heavily in the signing of Hugo Ekitike for around £79 million, Liverpool has turned its attention to Alexander Isak, the Newcastle striker who's been standing out for his presence in the box and finishing ability. Meanwhile, Arsenal has cooled its interest and is now eyeing Eberechi Eze. With few concrete offers coming in, Real Madrid has finally acknowledged that the initial asking price might be too high, and in this scenario, Tottenham has emerged as a new contender. A Qatari investor is reportedly willing to finance Rodrygo's signing, promising the Brazilian a starring role. Even so, it's worth remembering, Tottenham recently finished 17th in the Premier League, and despite having a Champions League spot, it doesn't seem like the ideal destination for a player of Rodrygo's caliber. We as Reds supporters know he has talent, experience, and a lot more to offer. Seeing Rodrygo wearing red at Anfield would definitely be exciting. But with Ekitike arriving and Isak in our sights, the question remains, is it still worth investing in Rodrygo now? Thank you so much for watching until the end. See you next time.